Definitely want to dive into this one, man. I don't have no timestamps. This bitch is 2.5 hours long, but I definitely want to go on this ride and see where the fuck Tate gonna take me, man. So let's get it.
Is she a girlfriend or just a girl for the trip?
Girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Yeah.
So you you put her on cigar duty?
Well, if I need a cigar, then I would ask her to go politely get me a cigar. Yeah.
What if she said no?
How could she possibly say no to me?
What if she's like, why do I have to get your cigars? Like, get your own cigars.
Why do I have to put you on a private jet to fucking Croatia? Fuck off then.
There you go. There you go.
I agree with that.
Wait. So
Bye.
how many girlfriends?
Me?
Yeah.
Man, I'm a man of God. I'm a good man. I don't want to be in this podcast. Everyone trying to tell the world that I'm some kind of horrible, evil misogynist. Everyone seems to think I am for some reason.
I think it's great to have multiple.
Do you?
Yeah, why not? I mean, if they're okay with it. Yeah.
Well, do you have like a ranking system? Like you have a main piece and then side girls? How does that work?
I'm a man of God. I read the Bible. I go to church. I don't know. I can't possibly answer these questions. This is obviously going to be watched by every single female that has any kind of association to me, and I'm loyal to all of them.
That's awesome.
There you go. So do the math on that one.
Hold on. What do you say? He's loyal to all of them? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Here we go.
I'm loyal to all of them.
That's awesome.
There you go. So do the math on that one. See, baby, I told you I was loyal. Don't worry about it.
So
I'm
would
loyal
you-
to all of you at the same time.
You think it's possible for a man to be loyal to one girl?
I think it's possible for men to do lots of things. Sure, we can go to the moon. You can be loyal to one girl. You can go scuba diving if you want to. I don't think that if men were truly honest with themselves that they want to be, I think men are loyal to a woman to try and inspire loyalty out of her. A man will sit there and go, I only want to be with her. But really what they're saying is, I only want her to be with me, which is a masculine imperative, and it's natural, and I completely understand that. Every man's the same. But if you could make a woman be loyal to you while not being loyal to her, then you would not be loyal to her. If a man's truly honest and says, if I can press this button and she's loyal to me no matter what I do, am I still going to only be with her? Now, you might prefer her. You might spend 99% of your time with her, etc. Completely get that. But on a long enough time frame for the rest of your human life, if she's going to be loyal to you regardless, are you telling me that without any kind of backlash from her, without the chance of her cheating, without any bullshit, you're going to tell me for the next 50 years you're not going to fuck anything ever once?
If she let you, why not? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
feel like
would
everyone
definitely do
would
it.
agree to that.
Everyone would agree to it, right?
So it's different for men and women. Is what
It's completely different for men and women, and it's also different because a lot of people misunderstand what I say. It's different for men of a certain status, right? If you're a man who has his shit together, at a certain level of status, you can say to a woman, look, I love you with all my heart. I want to be with you. I'm going to take care of you, but you're not going to tell me what to do. I'm in charge because this is my life. You're on the Tate train, and we're headed to Success Station. I'm the one driving it, and if you're going to be on my train, certain things are going to happen. If you're unhappy, you can get off. No problem.
I feel like you've been experiencing that as like a high value male. Me and Salim kind of just started. I'm hoping Steiny gets there one day, but once you get there, it'll be
Funny, guys.
Yeah.
it'll be dope. When you get into the high value area, it's like it's pretty fire.
Well, if you're hard to replace, then you're going to accept more things than you would accept from someone who's easy to replace, right? This is basic human psychology. We can take it away from dating and apply it to basically anything. You will accept your Lamborghini breaking down because it's hard to replace it. You will not accept your Toyota breaking down because you can just go get a Nissan. So it's the same kind of game, right? If you look at a guy and go, he is amazing at everything. I truly feel, I feel happy with this man. I can't find another man on his level who could possibly replace him or fill the hole in my life he would leave. Sometimes he fucks that bitch. Oh, fine.
Hey, I mean, I get it, bro. I get it. At the end of the day, man, it don't even require all this shit he talking about. He's saying all these words. It is what it is. Like, when you a motherfucker like Tate, you a motherfucker out here who just got fuck you money and everybody wants you, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Either you gonna get on my ship or you gonna get gone. You know what I mean? I hear what he's saying. Like, it's valid because it's reality. It's the reality of it. Like, his logic is flawed. It's reality because the majority of men out here who have fuck you money, high status, pretty much can write their own rules. They literally can do whatever the fuck it is they want to do, and they're willing to lose whomever it is if they don't get on their page. Like, if a woman wants to be with a man like this, that's what comes with it. The literal only downfall from this is that you're gonna disqualify yourself from some dope ass women, but I mean, chances are you're gonna run into a bunch of bullshit anyway because all the thoughts and parasites gonna be looking to suck resources out of you. Like the bitches that are, you know, have some self-respect and they ain't worried about your money, they're not gonna be attracted to that bullshit anyway. So they're not even gonna be within your grasp regardless. Like, you're gonna find motherfuckers that's willing to motherfucking get on your ship or get gone. But with that, you better have your motherfucking shit, you know, correct all the goddamn time, because with that dynamic, all it will take is for another motherfucker that got more shit than you to come around and shit. That bitch gonna jump from this ship to that ship. You know what I mean? So you gotta make sure you out here killing it 24 goddamn 7, because all you is a motherfucking resource. You know what I mean? Because that's what's keeping them hoes there. It ain't like you can be fucking charismatic and, you know, alpha and all this shit, man. But if your ass is broke, the bitch is gonna get gone. You're gonna lose the opportunity of finding the bitch that may not leave if you were to fall into a fucking low spot, man. But, I mean, I get it. Motherfuckers are not thinking about that, especially nowadays, because the dating world is so fucked up. A mentality like this works. I predict that this dating style is gonna be, you know, prominent 10, 20 years from now, because where women are going and where men are going, as long as the dating world stays hypergamous, if that's a fucking word, as long as women are always looking for someone at their level or above, there's gonna have to be a motherfucker like this to put them in their place. But it's only so many of these motherfuckers going around, so like I predict that it's gonna be top dogs out here having multiple women, because there's not gonna be enough of these motherfuckers to go around unless women become so successful and provide so much that they're able to eradicate hypergamy. But I don't think that's ever gonna go away. I think that's just embedded in women's genetic code to look at a man for, you know, security and provisions and all that, man. I don't give a fuck how successful or alpha a woman is, man. Like, they're gonna admire and appreciate a motherfucker that they can feel safe around. You know what I mean? That's just women's nature. You know, men ain't like that. Unless society is fucked and men literally flip around and look at women to protect them, and women walking around wanting to protect men. But that's never gonna fucking happen. That's why I think it's gonna end up like this anyway. You know what I mean? But it just sucks because it's gonna kill the real shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a priority to motherfuckers like this, man. But it makes me think like, you know, motherfucker like this where, look, I can do what I want to do because I'm so successful. I have all this fucking bread. You can't tell me shit. What happens if you can't work no more? What happens if you go broke? What happens if you get hurt? What happens if you get sick? Like, all this shit you got going on gonna be gone like that. And the motherfuckers that would have been with you while you going through all that, you disqualified yourself from them. They would never have put up with this shit that you put them through. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, when you got power, you got money, you got clout, the successful man always wins. He can do whatever the fuck he want. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Let's talk about human nature. People are not going to be quick to replace something or attempt to replace something which is basically irreplaceable. So if you're a high enough status individual, then you get to get away with more. That's basic human psychology, isn't it?
Only with a certain type of fucking, if we talking about relationships, it's only with a certain type of woman. Off rip, like initially. If you were introducing this woman to this life, you know what I mean? There's only a certain type of woman that's going to sign up for that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I meant. You're going to disqualify yourself from the ones that's not going to put up with that shit. And ironically enough, these are probably the ones that are best suited for you. You know what I'm saying? But you're not looking at it as a motherfucker best suited for me. You're looking at it like a motherfucker that's going to get on my program. You know what I'm saying? But it's dope for you now, but long term, that's not a good investment. I don't think.
I think that most women actually, if they get with a guy who they really know has his shit together, they're not going to sit there with that guy and say, listen, you better not, because they're like, if I talk to him that way, he's definitely going to do it.
Yeah.
So they're going to come at a different angle. It would really hurt me if you, and then once they say it would really hurt me if you, then you can apply counters to that in different ways. You can just simply ask, why would that hurt you? Well, if you're fucking all these bitches, how do I know I'm special? So the only reason you know you're special is because I'm sexually exclusive. So if you knew you were special with something else, perhaps you did something else with me or I did something else with you that I don't do with anybody else, then you would know you were special. So what are you worried about me fucking that bitch for? And it can't be that logical because females are not that logical. You can't explain it that way. But I'm saying if you're with a woman long enough and you have frame and you have influence over her and you understand these basic paradigms and you mention them in the correct conversations at the correct way in the correct frame, over time, they'll learn to accept it. I say this and people completely have a meltdown. I don't know why people have a meltdown. It's facts.
No, bro. Like, I can see. Bro, I never would have. I mean, I don't know. I've heard him say some pretty misogynistic shit. Yeah, motherfuckers have like said I'm misogynistic at times just because. But fuck that. That was pretty crazy what the fuck he just said there. He's but it's only because he is who he is. He has the status to do what he wants and say what he wants. And you gonna fucking bro. Like having sex with somebody, especially for a fucking woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, why on earth would another woman want you giving yourself to anybody else? Right? If y'all are exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Like, But you can get away with whatever the fuck you're doing because you have resources. If a bitch is really gonna allow you to minimize the way she feels about you dicking some other bitch down, and you say it's not the sex that's making you upset, it's literally the exclusivity that I'm providing you with this certain act between you and I, and all I need to do is just be exclusive with you doing something else, you should feel better? Nah, that's crazy, bro. The only way a woman's going to allow you to have sex with her, knowing it, if it bothers her. Like, of course, you may run into some bitches that are cool with it, don't give a fuck. Like, that's a really extreme minority. Like, most women you come across, regardless of where they stand along it, even if they're willing to motherfucking be with you because of what you have, they're gonna have issues with you fucking somebody else. You know what I mean? It may not be enough for them to fucking leave their current situation because you have so much leverage on them. They're not willing to let it go, but it's still wrong. You know what I'm saying? And they know it's wrong. They're just willing to fucking suck it up because they're worried about losing you, which is fucked up. Which is fucked up. And men do it all the goddamn time. I know it's a fact of life though. But like, you know what I'm saying? You know how the saying is like, well, he says it too. He says, I love this bitch with all my heart, but I'll still fuck that bitch. I get it to a certain extent, but really it doesn't make sense unless his definition of love is different. But like, or he doesn't respect them or whatever, man. Because I get it. I understand how men could literally have sex with someone and be involved with someone else. It doesn't bother them. They'll be able to fucking disconnect it. And the women can do that shit too, but not as much as men can. At the end of the day, it's fucked up. It's fucked up if you know your woman is hurt by you fucking other women, and you do it anyway, right? If say you love that person, that means you are purposefully placing this person in pain, using your leverage against them to put them in that pain. That's fucked up. You can get away with this shit because they're not going nowhere. So you can do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Most men that live this way, move this way, man. But at the end of the day, that's fucked up, right? That means you don't respect them. They have no self-respect. And they just with you just because of what you can provide for them. You know what I mean? That's fucked up, right? So for him to say, like, I can love this bitch, but still fuck that bitch. What he's meaning is that I provide you my resources. Like, I select you to represent me. So since I'm selecting you to represent me because I'm so fucking dope, you should be grateful that I select you to represent me. Therefore, me just fucking somebody else shouldn't mean nothing because they don't get shit from me. They just a nut. You are, my queen or whatever. But at the end of the day, you are using your leverage against your queen to hurt her to do some shit you want to do. It don't even have to be sex. It's like, I know my girl ain't going nowhere because I'm the best man possible. So there, I could punch my girl in the face. I know she's not going nowhere, and I'm using my leverage against her to fucking beat her up because I know she's not going nowhere. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. I love her. I use her to represent me. You know what I mean? But sometimes I just want to beat her up. So I know she's not going nowhere, so I can make her my punching bag. It's the same exact shit, right? But when you got money, you write your own rules.
It's facts. You think any of these dudes you think any of these rappers fucking all these girls, the girls are telling them, you better be loyal. You better be loyal.
No, but why?
Fuck no. Because of his status.
Because they don't want to be left.
Because they know he'll just say no, bye. So they just don't, they're like, okay, look at me in the mirror. Can I be replaced? Yes. Can he be replaced? Not easily. Fuck, I got to take this deal. That's the game. That's like.
Yeah, it's the game, but it ain't that cut and dry. It ain't that cut and dry. But I know Tate and everybody out here will be fine. Because, I'm only 7 minutes in, I talk this fucking much, man. My bad. I could listen to this fool talk all day. I'm surprised I had so much pushback to what the fuck he's saying, man. But he's trying to come across like it's all logical and shit, and it's not logical at all. Like, it's logical because he's within his box. You know what I mean? Which is understandable, but that's not real life for most. I mean, whatever. Tate gonna say what he want to say. It's toxic and shit. It's clickbaity as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how much genuineness he has with what he's talking about right now because it's Tate. But at the same time, it's like. It's dangerous when you're talking to these kids about this because they by definition they would probably be a high value man. These kids that on full send, like they got money, they got clout, they got attention. Women fucking love them, so they can use their leverage, their money against whomever it is to get what the fuck they want and abuse it. So essentially that's what all Tate is saying. Like, I have all this money, I have all this power, and I can abuse it to get what the fuck I want. And if you're not willing to be abused, then hey, I'm not dealing with you. Move the fuck on. And doing so, you're gonna miss out on golden opportunities down the road. Like, especially if fucking you a man of God and you want to have children and all this down the third. Like, I'd be curious to see what that's gonna look like for a motherfucker like that down the road. So, but yeah, I mean, it's Tate. You know what comes with Tate, bro. The toxic, dope ass, entertaining shit, man. Anyway, y'all, I'm not about to sit here from 2.5 hours watching this shit. I'm only 7 minutes in. This shit 2.5 hours long. So, yeah, man. Anyway, I'm out.